Hey, hey, hey! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, young and old. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Thursday, 8 p.m. It is HUNKle Star Thai Fun. No. Tonight it's beer talk. Beer talk. Guess what? Beer. Craft beers is what we're talking about. So if you are a beer lover, if you drink copious amounts of beer, now is the time to join us. So like and share. It is HUNKle Beer Talk time. Welcome all of you. Please like and share right now. We also like to welcome all our friends from Singapore Atrium Sale. A warm welcome to all of you once again. And of course, look behind me. We've got beer, craft beers, and of course, the other three Lao Hunkles and a special guest. Let's welcome them. Hello. Obviously, on my left, we have the man involved, man that provides us the studio, of course, owning the largest fireworks company in Singapore. Please welcome HUNKle Adam. Yes. Next, obviously, in a very bright colored shirt, obviously, the Nan Chen Wang from some time ago, a good friend of mine, now owns, of course, an event company as well, HUNKle Picasso.
Yo! Hi, everyone.
And next on my right, we have, man, almost as brightly colored as me, the guy who was, of course, a stuntman. Now he's an action choreographer. Please welcome HUNKle Yen Ping. We have a special guest. You can see he's a lot younger than all of us. So we can't actually call him a HUNKle. Let's call him a hunk. He's the owner of the craft beers that we're talking about. He has a website you can order. We'll talk a bit more about that later on. Artisan selections is what we're talking about. Let's welcome him. His name is Adrian.
Yay!
Obviously, the man with the most, the man with the gift of the gab. It is me, HUNKle Sirah. HUNKle Sirah. HUNKle Sirah. Okay, all right. Everybody, welcome again as we are beginning right now. Welcome to our friends from Singapore Atrium Sale. Please like and share at this point in time. I think we also have our friends from the Philippines.
Yes, welcome Rosette, Lester, and we also have Jovester online, Arthur, and also our lighting designer, Javier.
Anyway, we like to welcome them. Last week, I heard your internet was down because of the typhoon. We are really glad all of you are safe. 你们都安全. Glad to see you all join us again this week. I see some of our friends already say yellow, obviously yellow shorts. They like your t-shirt as well. Please join us tonight. We're going to talk about something interesting if you like beer. 如果你喜欢喝啤酒的话 beer. And not just normal beer, but craft beers, right? Craft beers.
对，今天我们的主题比较就是大众化，很多人都有喜欢不同的酒，但是我们今晚的这个主角就是啤酒。
Right, beer. Okay, hang on. Before we get Adrian to share, I want to ask your uncles, obviously, how do you all start drinking beer?
很久啊。
你怎么样在中国你怎么样开始喝啤酒的？
你要知道这个啤酒在酒的这个饮料的这个系列里面是最多人喝的。
Yes.
酒的饮料的人最多人喝的。
Yes, it is the most it's top ranked alcohol consumption is beer in terms of alcohol.
对。
Yes.
而且现在中国的啤酒已经占了世界第1位了。
Yes.
生产量最多，喝的最多，销量也是最多的。
Yes.
是吗？中国？
当然，
对。In terms
已经超越 US。
Yes. In terms of consumption, it means because they got a lot, the population is huge. In terms of consumption, I think in 2018, they produce and they consume about 39 to almost 40 million kiloliters. Kiloliters,
Yeah.
1 kiloliter is 1,000 liters. So 40 million, almost 40 million kiloliters.
Wow.
You see, I do work right, I do homework right.
Amazing.
但是中国的啤酒比较淡一点嘛，
所以你刚才问什么时候开始？所以我们开始喝啤酒，当然是从中学就开始了，10多岁就开始喝啤酒，因为它比较淡嘛。学喝酒就是从啤酒开始的。你喝烈酒，你一下子喝醉了， 年纪轻嘛，然后啤酒又便宜嘛，所以比较容易学，也比较容易买到，又便宜，所以大家喝起来又开心。
Yes, and there's a bit of culture. I mean, in Singapore, I mean, normally when we drink and when we eat, it's a little bit like two different things. You eat first, then you go somewhere to drink. But in China, when they are having meals, it's drinking all the time. And then after, they must always have some food on the table. They drink and they drink and they drink non-stop. And then it's very often to have, I mean, 真的啦，都是一打一打过来的。
对，
一箱一箱，
一箱一箱。
在中国喝啤酒是一箱一箱。
但是，我来到新加坡之后，我才发觉，其实啤酒不可以这样喝的。为什么？根本就喝不了，对不对？一箱一箱是假的，那个原来就怀疑那个酒到底是真的还是假的，对不对？
在新加坡，你喝一打，一个人喝一打就晕了。
对。
Because in China, I mean, generally the beer is about 3 point something %. So that's why you can drink a lot without getting drunk.
Lesser, I see.
Without getting drunk, but
2.8,
here it's all about it's about 5 lah.
Lesser.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Picasso, when you start drinking beer?
Me? I think ask him
Ask
first.
the
Ask 老板 first.
老板。
I started drinking beer when I was in army.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
same as me
heavy
lah.
drinking.
Yes.
Oh.
At that time, beer was only 60 cents a can.
60 cents a can.
One can.
You
What?
see,
So it's duty
it goes
free.
to show I'm younger than you. When I go army, it's $1 a can already.
Can you imagine or not?
Then I'm
My
younger
mess
than
bill.
you, 120.
Oh, come on.
120 my time.
That's hyperinflation, man. Okay.
Okay.
By the way, when my army time,
Yeah.
60 cents, I clock up the mess bill. It's
Yes.
like 300 to 400.
Yeah.
And my salary is about 1,008 for a second lieutenant. Can you imagine how much beer we consume
In the
to
officer
spend
mess.
to spend
Officer mess.
few $100 a month？一个月我平均花几百块钱，
就是
但是一瓶酒才6毛钱，因为太便宜了，就请
在军
啊，
所以就是请
在新加坡
每个人喝
军队的时候，你可以去我们的那个
6毛钱。
mess 里面喝。
就是啤酒是可以在军队喝的吗？
是是，
可以
的是可以喝的
是的。然后以
免税
前呢
免税的，
以前你也可以再去 NCO Club，就是在 Beach Road，现在 Beach Road 那个 South Beach。OK。他们有一个 club 那边，你可以买一箱一箱的啤酒带回家的。一罐，它
就是
它的年代6毛，我的
便宜
2块，
1块
1.2，1块
1块
你要问这个
没有了。
没有，
到时候
那就不现在不可以了吗？
没有 duty free 了，可能没有 duty
I
free 了
think。they have, but I never bought beer. I never bought beer in camp.
There's no more NCO Club anymore. There's no more
I
NCO
wasn't
Club
officer
also.
lah, so-
Now
Sorry
also
to
don't
all
have.
the young officers. You miss all the cheap beers.
所以在军队的啤酒是比外面便宜的，
便宜免税，
免税
免税的啊，所以在 for 军人是可以啊 ，OK，
好便宜。
但是只能
以前
在军队里面喝，
OK
在那个 mess 里面不能
不可以带出
外
去
面不可以带出去。
OK
对，
我跟你说一个笑话，这么便宜，我们就是 CO 嘛，CO evening，你知道吗？就是那个 CO 是怎么讲？到我给你一个
司令官
司令官的
司令
官
party，
的 party，
啊，
喝到他撞车，喝到凌晨他驾车出去，
可以吗？他哪里可以
就是这样子，因为你知道吗？
这个
都是这样子。
？OK，
便宜嘛，是不是？
贪便宜啊
便宜便宜。
OK，
Again, we'd like to welcome more of our fans. Again, please like and share. We'd like to welcome again Joycelyn from the Philippines. We also have
And Jaslyn.
my ex partner Sebastian. Welcome. And then Chia Son Chong said, "Wow, can listen to Yan Ping talk forever. Your voice is so soothing, so cool."
不可以吗？可以吗？
可以，我没有说不可以，只是我受不了而已。Okay, welcome Jaslyn as well. And okay, I think we talked enough already. We obviously need to introduce the youngest of them all. I think
Yes.
don't have a chance to actually enjoy duty-free beer.
Yes.
But he's here to showcase, I mean, his brand of craft beers. So Adrian,
Thank you.
welcome to our show.
Thank you for having me here. Very
Yeah.
happy to be here.
So you can see you brought a few of the types of beer that
we-
you carry on your website, right?
I did, yes.
Website,
So-
Artisan Selection.
Artisanselection.com. That's
Yep,
right. It's available there.
artisanselection.com. But I just want to know, obviously, you know, how did you start?
How did I get into
How
beer?
did I get into beer
How
in
did
the
I get
first
into-
place?
Okay, so my first job was actually with Tiger Beer.
Oh,
So
with
that
Tiger
was
Beer.
with
I
Tiger
see.
Beer.
Okay.
So I have been in the beer industry for quite a while. So that was 5 years back in 2005.
Sure.
So to Tiger Beer.
就15年前呐，
15年
入行是
从
15年
泰克比亚开始
做，
以前叫 Asia Pacific Brewery，
Asia Pacific Breweries.
现在已经叫了 Heineken Yes, it's changed.
换了哈。
Since 2013, it's now called
2013.
2013 Heineken Asia Pacific or Heineken
Yeah,
something.
I
Heineken.
can't remember actually. But yes, Heineken
It's
basically
Heineken
bought
because
over
and then they changed the
F&N.
name in 2013. I got
Yep.
to do my work.
That's why you're
Don't
the number
test
one
me.
MC of Singapore.
OK，
Would like to say hello to Vishal. Vishal obviously now also got. I think he's also into fashion as well. Welcome. Winston as well. Winston say you must finish all the beer before the Facebook Live is over.
And also welcome Vishal.
Yes, yeah.
And Garfield, we say any drinking of beer on the show, like how the Koreans do their beer game. Oh my God. Got request to play games.
Excuse me, you're HUNKle already, you know. HUNKle already, you know. Okay, let's give the chance for Adrian to talk lah. So,
Sure.
you were working in Asia Pacific Brewery
Yep, I was with
for a
APB.
while.
Yep.
And then
Then
from there.
Yeah, okay, so that was until 2010. Then I opened a bar on Orchard Road called Tab.
A bar in Orchard called Tab.
Called
Okay.
Tab. So from the producer, I became the outlet that sold beer along with other alcohol.
Okay.
Did that for 5 years.
5 years.
For 5 years. And then after that, I decided I would be the supplier. So I'd be the distributor. So it's
Natural progress.
natural. Yeah, I guess I got sick of paying rent every
从
month.
售货员
Yeah.
慢慢地做老板啊。
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I got into with some partners. So we source all our products from South Australia,
From South
Adelaide.
Australia,
From Adelaide,
okay.
yes, that's right.
All right.
So everything is from Adelaide, South Australia. I've got 2 breweries that are represented here today, Mismatch and Barossa Valley Brewing.
Okay.
So we'll be trying those later. But yeah, I'm just happy to be here to educate
Share.
everyone and share more about craft beer.
那贝
It's-
你知不知道啤酒怎么做？你懂吗？
酿吗？
什么叫
小麦、大麦
还有呢？
啊，现在还有人用玉米来代替大麦、小麦来酿
让我们。让专家
来再
介绍给我们。
介绍一下啦。
OK，
我们
可以，等一下，
班门弄斧啊。
First thing first, okay. First thing first，大家都讲来讲去，你们的啤酒在哪里？
对啊，
啊，我的啤酒都拿最
关键
重要。
你杯子
在等他
Please
介
open up
绍
your beer.
要介绍从
边介绍边
Firstly,
开
the beer, the
从
thing
哪
must
个
come
啤酒
out.
开始
And then the other side, when you
OK，
have
从来
自己来吗
开始，
自己来吗
then beer, then 小吃呢
一定要看一下，倒一下啤酒，看看颜色嘛，
？OK,
对不对？
can.
我用一
You
下
want to showcase
Yeah,
again?
so-
Adrian will talk a little
对
bit more about the beers later
I
on,
will, I
but
will.
now we want to see the color.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's
Mine,
start with
okay,
this one.
Sure.
that
我们
Light
that
one
is-
first.
开
Yep,
4种啦
OK
开4种，然后
一个一个来吧
一个一个来吧。
对对对，
来
我就把杯子看
先开
啊，对对对
来，我先开这款
So
对
this is the mismatch
Yeah.
Mandarin.
Mandarin。
Mandarin
Berliner Weiss.
OK，
So this is a kind of sour beer.
sour beer.
Sour beers are generally
，OK，
made
然后我们可
using
以你到了我就可以看到
And this is Mandarin because it's like Mandarin orange flavored. or-
they add Mandarin to the
所以你看它的颜色就是像 orange 的感觉了，
Yes.
那 color 很像 orange。
Yep.
呀，OK，
Okay.
好嘞
试，试啊。
你先开
哎，做
几
工啦
种啦？
，strawberry。
呀，开几种？
你要开几个
你是南拳，
Yeah.
南拳最适合开这
我
种东
最适合
西啊。
打醉
啊，
拳。
对，南拳啊，对。
所以
Okay.
来
So next is
Strawberry, okay.
strawberry.
哇，老板一看你就
Again,
是不
also
会
from the brewery
开
Also from
啤酒
Mismatch, yes.
mismatch.
Yeah. Oh, I misspoke just now. So actually, Berliner Weisses are a sour beer, and they are made with bacteria.
Bacteria.
In addition
Oh,
to
okay.
so various different
Okay.
kinds of bacteria.
Wow, this one looks a lot like. I mean, the color is lighter than
lighter
than
than
the
the
有
Mandarin.
difference 啊，
Yes,
有
there's
颜色有
difference 啊，so-
difference 呀。
On the right hand side is strawberry, and then on the left hand side is Mandarin.
Yep.
Okay.
呀
So now I can show you what I've been
Oh.
drinking.
，OK，
Take a look at that. That I can't believe it's not bacon
That's
from
right.
Barossa
From
Valley.
Barossa Valley Brewing.
Barossa
That's
Valley
right.
Brewery.
你看到这只小猪了吗？
看
有一只会飞的猪在上面
对对对
哦，会飞
Special
了
batch, and the color is like that.
呀，看到吗？
We'll talk a bit more about this that later
华
on.
文翻译
Okay.
华文翻译叫我
不
不
相信
信
它不是培根
我
啊，
不相信
它
它不是
不是培
培
根
根。
哇
OK，我不
哇，
相信
这个名字够长，
OK
所以猪都飞了。
猪肉贝。还有最后一个，
还有最后一
最后一
个
个是一个
这个比较
obviously
特别
all
的
of you may have
这个
heard of
是
stout.
Coffee 吗？这是 Coffee and
Chocolate
Chocolate。
coffee stout.
Stout，
哦
Chocolate coffee stout again from Barossa Valley
Barossa Valley
Brewery.
Brewing, that's right.
Yes.
哦
好像有
，OK，
一个特别的是
来，
Yeah,
Okay.
peanut butter. Yeah.
那 later，
Okay, that one later we can do.
This one later.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So you can see it's dark like
这个
like normal stout.
哇，这个就是巧克力跟咖啡颜色就是咖啡色，OK，颜色
就是黑啤酒，
就是黑啤酒
这黑啤酒对，
这个黑啤酒，OK，还有一个 Spread 很特别的酒
还有一，个特别
这个我
的，
们等一下，
可以等一下
留
我们开了
再
这留下再可以啊
留等一下，我们
这个是一杯倒的是
是
吧？
吗？有这么厉害吗？
还是这个是救命的？
我只有一个，最后一个，这个很
这
popular。
是只有唯一的一个啊。
OK
等一下啊
OK，
物以稀为贵。
你已经开好了，所以你就开始一口一口的喝，喝完之后你就讲一下感受来哈。
可以啊，
评价一下啊，评价
来，
我从这个 Mandarin 的开始哈。
OK，第一 for lady 啊，
for lady。
It's not just for
男的也可以吗？
ladies. Obviously, the ladies might like it, but
Yep.
if you're a man, you're into
清
fruits,
爽
you might like it as well.
但是有一点点带酸，
It's a bit sweet.
Sour beer.
Yeah, yeah.
Sour
Because it's a
beer,
sour,
yes.
so
它带有
yeah,
一点点酸味。
Okay.
it's quite light. 3%.
OK， 另
These
外
are
一个
3%.
是
Strawberry
草莓的，
草莓的
试试啊。
哦，嚯，
它也是有一点点酸哦。
Yeah.
Yeah,
它
it's
也
a
是
sour
带
beer.
有一点
That's
点
the
也是 sour
酸
beer.
Characteristic
Yes.
of this kind of beer, yes.
草莓的味道很淡，
Okay.
比较淡。
Subtle.
来，
培根，
培根的。
培根的，
黑根，
这
I
应该
can't
是最重
believe
口味吧。
我就不相
I can't
信
believe
它不
it's
是
not
培根，
bacon.
我不相信它
我就不相信它是培根，它是啤酒，它哪里是培
知道培
根
根吗？有一块肉吗？
这
Yeah,
里
five
有
by
那
five.
个
Stout
培
is
根的
seven.
味道。
Yeah, yeah.
啊？
等一下，你越喝越饿。等一下。OK，这个就是巧克力，
咖啡，
对，
巧克力咖啡，哇，你这是高比欧嘛？你在喝高比欧嘛？
科比欧，
高比欧，
科比欧。
这个我还是比较喜欢的。
You like it?
高比
You
欧，
like it?
对
Okay.，
可能我比较不喜欢酸的，
嗯，
比较喜欢像这个比较重口味一点的。
Yes, this one
但
is
是那
7%.
但是这
7%.
个又太重了一点。
这个 5.5
5.5,
already.
yeah.
哎
This
这个挺
5.5, this
舒服啊
7%.
这个是我本人比较喜欢的。
OK，
这四种
啊，
里面
你喜欢的来给我倒一点，来，
好，
哎
Okay, as you guys
okay.
have just joined us, please like and share at this point in time as well.
Yeah.
We also have, I don't know, but since Adrian is here, you probably know, you might be better because you are in the industry. One of our fans, Son Chong, asked, they get a lot of craft beers in the UK.
Yes.
Do we have actually any craft beers from Singapore at this point in time?
We do actually.
Yes.
There are about, at last count, I think maybe about 20
20.
craft breweries here in Singapore. If
I
I'm not
see.
wrong. If I'm not wrong.
Okay.
I'm not
Sure.
intimately familiar with all of them, but
Yeah.
about 20. I mean, even during the COVID period, I think about 4 opened up.
Ah.
So the trend is really on the rise. I mean, currently craft beer is only about 3% of
Only
the
about
total
of the entire market?
Singapore market for
Okay.
beer, but it is definitely on the rise. You're
Okay.
seeing more and more pop up
So
everywhere.
how do you differentiate between the normal beer and craft beer? Is it by the rarity of it, by the volume of it?
Okay, so I think certain associations in America, beer associations, define it as, I think, any brewery that does less than 6 million barrels, if I'm not wrong, 6 million barrels a year. So there is a volume to it, but generally it's about independent small breweries coming up with their own
Flavors.
interesting flavors. Definitely, it's I guess an analogy would be your commercial beers are sort of like fruit juice, right? And your craft beers are like freshly squeezed juice. You know what I mean? So the commercial beers can usually last longer. You know, they can travel better. But your craft beers are sort of like your
life.
fresh. Yeah, they're like your
Shelf.
freshly squeezed juice and different flavors and then yeah.
我问他精酿啤酒跟普通的啤酒有什么不同？他说一个是以数量来衡量，一个是以产量来。
精酿通常都很小嘛，
比较小
比较少，对，
比较少
对，还没有。
Yeah, so the craft beer brewers, they focus more not so much on large volumes, but on quality ingredients, interesting flavors, experimenting, That's really more of the focus. So when you talk about a craft beer lover and the kind of beers he likes to drink, I think if he's in the craft beer scene, he's in it to try really a whole range of different beers, which you won't necessarily get with the more commercial beers. So
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
说怎样？喝完酒
没有啊，
啊，
要喝酒肯定要有东西吃嘛。
当然了
对不对，
肯定是有东西吃了。
你的东西吃在哪里？
东西
我不是看到你吗？你不是乐
可
乐锅的
是在
老板
我们之？前，我可不可以让你解释一下？
也可以。
那个
都可以
酒是怎么样酝酿成啤酒？
哎呀，
我们不是有那个泡拍来
对
给
他解释，你拿东西过来
对，
吧。
我去准备
老板，快点。
啊，我去准备。
Okay.
小二
So
So again, now we're
这个
gonna
测了，要测。
now we go into it is everybody knows how to drink beer, and obviously you know a lot of you drink a lot of beer. I drink so much that I got gout when I was 21. And that is why there's some of my friends picha
There's
lobang
some
yesterday say, hey, hello, you better
confession,
not be drinking so much. But the thing is, not everybody knows how beer is made. So we're just going to skim through it. We ask Adrian's help because obviously he's not an expert, but he has a better picture of it than us. He's not an expert, but a better picture. Okay, so
share with
Adrian,
us.
share with
Okay.
us
So
very quickly.
just gonna very briefly go through the beer brewing
Yes.
process.
There you go.
Okay. So to make beer, you need 4 basic ingredients. You need barley.
Yep.
Usually it's barley, hops,
玉米
water, and yeast.
酒花
So the basic idea is for the brewer to try and extract the sugars from the barley and use the yeast to convert that into alcohol and carbon
What
dioxide.
is yeast in Chinese, Adrian? What is yeast in Chinese?
真的是
I have no idea.
Okay, Adam, what is yeast in Chinese?
酵母啊，
酵母、酒花，
酵母
酒花就是酵母。
酒花是
酵母
hops，酒花是 hops 啊，酒花是一种
酵母。
一种香料是吗？一种 plant。
It's like a
a plant.
flower. It's like
Flower.
it grows on a vine. It's
like a flower,
yeah,
yes.
it's like a bud. Yeah. So the hops are used to add bitterness to sort of counter the sugar from the barley, and also it's an antibacterial as well. So it will help to preserve.
The beer, right? From what I read.
Correct. And
Okay.
different hops give different flavors.
I see.
You know, and certain beers use more hops than less. Yeah.
Okay, so that's basically how.
It's very roughly.
Yep.
So the malting process, you take the grain. So it could be barley, it could be wheat, sometimes even rice or corn.
Yes.
And then you heat it and dry it so you can crack it so that during the rest of the process you can get to what's inside the malt.
Okay.
Yeah. And here we go. So mashing is the next step. So you then throw everything into a big container,
Right.
and then it is heat is added. So it's not boiling, but it's very hot, and so this extracts the sugars from the grains.
And you need the sugar for fermentation, right?
You need the sugar for fermentation, yes. So for about an hour, it's inside there, it's getting mixed up, and then
I
the water
see.
is extracting
Okay.
everything. So at the end, everything will settle, they throw away the stuff at the bottom, and then they take the liquid, and it goes to the next step, which is boiling. So at this step, this is where we add the hops, right? Or any other things like, for example, you've
Ingredient.
got, other ingredients
Like the bacon?
Possibly. There are many different ways of brewing beers. Some are top fermented, bottom fermented. Some you can do it cold, some you can do it warm.
Okay.
So it really depends when in the process they want to add things. But I think generally it would be about here when they start adding all the
I see.
various flavor
But this
items.
whole process 需要多长时间？
Up to here is quite fast.
Okay,
But for
like
the
fast
next,
is as in what,
I think
days?
I think the previous one is about an hour. This one, I'm not sure how long we put it in, but
okay.
it is this first few steps are quite fast. The long one that takes a few weeks is this step,
Is the
which is the fermentation. Yes,
Okay.
correct.
Ah,
Okay, so this is the part where you can sometimes leave it for a few weeks. This is where the yeast will react with the sugars and it will convert. Basically, it eats up all the sugar,
okay.
and it turns it into alcohol and CO2.
发酵器。
发酵器，酵母跟糖。
Yeah.
Okay, so this takes the longest time, but okay, hang on. We just like to welcome again more friends. I think I see my brother-in-law on the line, Erwin. I see Chris, last week's owner of,
Mr. Yap,
of
welcome.
Bicycle Olympia. He wish he was here because he loves
He
beer.
loves beer.
He loves
He
beer.
loves beer. All
I
right.
also saw
I'll save some for you.
one of our veteran magicians, Gordon. Gordon is also online.
Oh, really, Gordon?
Yeah, Gordon is also online.
Ah.
I see Lucretius, Joswara, welcome, welcome. Ju Kwang, welcome again. Okay, so after this step, Adrian, what's next?
What's next? Where was I? Okay, fermentation. After this, yeah. So basically, you already have alcohol. You have your beer. You have your alcohol. But now the question is, are you going to put it into a bottle for bottle fermentation? So sometimes for certain bottles, they put it inside and the process continues. It continues to ferment, and then that creates the CO2.
So
right?
only bottle it will continue to.
Bottles, potentially cans as well, I think. But there are a lot of different beers, so it varies.
This kind, how about this kind? Can?
These kinds are done. These are not bottle fermenting. They're not fermenting.
They will not.
They've already done.
我很好奇耶，这样好像 whisky 啦 brandy 越久越贵。
Yes.
How about beer?
There are some bottled beers that continue to ferment, and they're very rare, and they're aged beers.
没有，他说有一些
也有啦，
也有，他说有一些
但是比较少量。
我觉得少量
很难呢，
它还在里面发酵，对吗？还在发酵。
如果那个啤酒是30年，你就把它丢掉算了。
But some of them are quite expensive.
超过2年就丢掉。
Really very expensive.
你看 Adrian 讲有一些很贵的啤酒，
好像
Yes,
wine.
and
其实如果可以这样理解，如果它是啤酒的一种，不过它在发酵当中，它其实已经是跟普通的啤酒已经不一样了。不能当成一个我们这样普通 normal 的那个啤酒来这样收藏，跟完全是两码事来的，应该是一个特别的。一个特别的，对，它是酒的另外一种方式。
你要知道啤酒啊 ，most of them, I mean, obviously you have the lighter beers which are about 3 to 4%.
Yep.
Generally, most beers and lagers and all that around the world is about 5%.
Yes.
But you get now stronger beers as well. People like stronger beers, obviously with stout. You also have your special brews and that are about 7, 8. And then there are some beers I see 11, 12%, but there are also beers that go up to 40 and 50%.
菲律宾那个很
Yes.
很强的那个叫什么牌子？
那个
什么牌子？
很
菲律
强的
宾那个很强的那个啤酒，
红
马还是风马？
红马
Red
Red Horse，
红马那个是
98%的，
那个是
9%，
那个所以
High strength. Yeah.
Okay lah.
很凶的。
Let's not waste any time. Let's move on. I think we want to talk about the beers that you carry, okay? Because you know what I mean. That's more.
Okay.
What are the different type of beers?
All right, so I'll just briefly go through some of the different kinds of beers. Again, this is not comprehensive because if I did every single beer, we would be here for a very long time.
Yes.
Okay, so very quickly, lager. So lagers are the pale lagers are the most widely consumed commercial beers. So
Most common, right?
Most common.
Yes.
Most common. Very light tasting. Pilsners are another very common beer, but these are a subset of lagers. So I'm just gonna put that in there. So some examples of lagers are Tiger and Heineken.
Yep.
Okay, so you've got your lagers. So
Yes.
everybody usually starts with a lager.
Then,
And then there's the stouts.
Stout.
sure.
So stouts, again, covers quite a wide range of beers, but generally they tend to be sweeter, more full-bodied, creamy is another way to
more
describe a lot
creamy.
of them. Yes. Another example of this would be Guinness.
Yes.
Okay. IPAs. IPAs are very popular with the craft beer
It is getting
crowd.
very popular.
Yes, very
Everybody's
popular.
always looking out for
Everyone's
IPAs.
looking- it's almost like
Yes.
the lager of the lager of the craft beer
I
world.
see.
So everybody's used to lagers in the normal beer world, but IPAs are like the introduction to craft beers.
Okay.
They started because I think it's the 1700s, 1800s, they needed a beer that could travel long distances. So with the India to India,
So
for example.
IPA can go further.
Because it had to go on a boat.
So
in
you go on a
England-
boat to go to India.
所以
So
这个
that's
第二
why.
类可以，它发明是因为它需要走去
到更远，
从
so it's
英
about
国去印
要去到更远，对，
6
需要它时
6个
间
月
长啊。
4
6
months,
个
6
月的
months.
那
Yeah, it's a long time.
保存期啊，
啊
所以才发明了这个 IPA。
So what happened was they added a lot of hops, and hops, like I said previously, they're good for preserving the beer.
Yep.
Okay.
And so you get a very hoppy, very bitter taste, but that's because they needed that to help the beer travel further. Yep. So yep, that's the IPAs. Wheat beers, again, quite a broad kind of beer.
Okay.
Covers everything from a white beer to how to pronounce. Hefeweizen,
Hefeweizen, Dunkelweizen, Berliner Weiss.
Berliner Weiss. So the Berliner Weiss are the sours that are here.
Okay.
Okay.
So these are both a wheat beer and also a sour. So
Sure.
categorization, it can be quite general when it comes to this kind of
Right.
things. Some examples would be, for example, the Hoegaarden.
Hoegaarden,
I think everybody's
Erdinger.
familiar with
Yeah,
Hoegaarden.
Erdinger.
And
Okay.
Erdinger.
So
Yep,
these are wheat beers.
wheat beers, that's right.
All right.
Belgian beers, again, very wide range. They can cover a lot of different kinds of beers: pale ales, dark ales, fruity beers, sour ales. But generally, they have a fruitier, spicier flavor, sweet flavors.
Okay.
High alcohol content and low bitterness. So, Trappist and monastic style abbey beers. You know, the monks, they
Yeah.
used to brew beer. So one of the earliest people to brew beers.
Okay.
Not really the earliest. The earliest would be like the Egyptians and even before that.
Okay.
But generally, these are the guys who created this kind of Belgian style abbey beers.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, again, the sour beers. So sour beers are quite interesting. What you find with the craft beer crowd is that once you've reached a certain point, you need to almost try something different. You keep having the IPAs and the different flavors.
So
So sometimes you need something.
sour beer.
A sour is
It's a
something like
new
it's a
trend.
next step for some people who try
Okay.
a lot of the other beers. Personally, I'm not really a fan of sour beers, but to each their own. It's interesting in that it uses bacteria in the brewing process. So with all the most beers, you'll be very hygienic. You want to keep everything closed, contained. You want to control the bacteria. But with some sour beers, they actually open up the container for fermentation so that the wild bacteria and the wild yeast can come and help with the fermentation process. So
Okay.
that's quite interesting. I don't really know how they can control that because you have random things coming in. But again,
Flies.
some people, I'm sure they have like a mesh or something to stop them.
I'm quite sure.
But the yeast and the
You don't want to have a
bacteria,
cockroach when you're drinking your beer, right?
yeah, that would not be good. So okay, and yeah,
There you
so,
go.
so I'm
There
done with
you go.
Expensive beers.
quick run through some of the various craft
Okay,
beers.
share with us. This is very
这个
interesting.
是拿来收藏的酒，
This
对
doesn't look like a
可以
beer
拿
at
收
all,
藏
man.
啊。
Huh?
So-
But it is a beer.
38%的啤酒啊。
Yeah.
Is that the
Wow.
alcohol? 酒
That is-
精
that
Yes,
is the
酒
that is
精
the
程度
alcohol.
38%，
如果
Alcohol.
它不是38%，它怎么能来收呢？
也是
酒精
道理
的酒精的含量越高，它才可以有机会收嘛。所以它已经不是啤酒
And
了。
only 13,000 bottles
Yeah.
are made a year. Oh, okay.
True,
Wow.
true. So
Alright.
this is one of their more rare.
Yeah, we don't see this kind of beer in
哇，
the
这个
bar.
有
No.
200多块 US。
一瓶。
Yeah,
210美金啊。
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What else
And
is
it's-
interesting?
Yep. So that's a barrel aged one. So up to 24 years. So,
Okay.
so pretty rare. This is a pretty crazy one. So
What's that?
Wow.
so Brewdog is a craft beer brewery that is they do a lot of wacky stuff. Basically, what they've done here is they were sort of competing with another craft brewery place that they were trying to do higher and higher
Alcohol percentage.
and
它
this
的
is the
酒精已
combination
经
of
是
it.
55%了，它哪里是啤酒？
It's very very strong.
对
Yes.
咯，它都不是啤
55%.
酒了吗？
他们只是做了11瓶而已。
Yeah.
啊，
So initially they only made 11 bottles
Oh.
because it was just for show.
Oh, shit.
But
But
then
now-
in 2016 they brought it back. But this was an interesting one. They brought it back because they were selling it for $20,000 a bottle, but it was because they were trying to raise funds for a new brewery. So it's sort of like a
okay.
help support us, buy this for
I
$20,000.
see.
And so the bottle is actually inside. The taxidermist has preserved these squirrels and I think groundhogs.
It can be scary,
And
man.
that is an actual
That looks
squirrel
scary, man.
that has been used to cover the bottle.
bottle.
So
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
quite
So-
rare. Yes, this is another interesting one. So what
Sapporo?
Sapporo did is
From Sapporo.
Sapporo isn't exactly a craft brewery, but I felt it had to have special mention because it was rare. They actually used grain that was in the International Space Station.
Wow.
Came back, they grew it obviously, and from there they created 256 packs of space barley beer.
Space barley beer, and then they sold it at 100.
They sold it,
6罐啊
110美金。
110块。
but you
Nice,
could only buy it if you won a lottery. So if you want, you have to try and get a lottery. If you win,
你
then
有
you
钱
can.
买不到，
Yeah.
哦，
你要中
很奇怪
要中奖才可以买得到
这个，很便宜的，因为
因为它的
它的
巴黎是
巴黎
从
要去了太空
太空来回
再回来
来的。
的，
对
啊
哇
特别
，OK，
特别。
噱
That's
头啊嘛，
interesting.
噱头，
太便宜了。如果太空回来的巴黎，
噱头。
So again, not really craft beer, but special mention because it's pretty
Okay, interesting.
cool. Okay, so I guess now we're going into the
Oh.
our beers.
Okay.
We didn't open this just now. This is the peanut butter chocolate
This is the
milkshake.
last one
This
left.
is the
最后一
special one.
瓶了。
That's right. 去哪里面的？
哎呀，给
There
彦
you
斌
go.
偷收起来啊，
No,
彦
no, no,
斌
this one.
在那边，
哇哇哇哇
哎呀，原来是 Adam 收起来呀
Adam 要喝 Adam。
，Adam 要偷收起来呀。
Okay.
So this one is really special, peanut butter chocolate milkshake.
That's right.
Wow.
Okay.
So it uses a stout as a base, but what you'll do is when you pour it into
你
the
要
glass,
收
I want
收
you
吗？
to
你
give
没
it
有
a
不有收留吗
give it a smell.
你现在都没有看到
give it a
你
whiff.
要拿去镜头前
拿上来，
面。
上来，拿上来，
拿上来
提高一点，提高一点啊，
GoPro.
你现在我们在看的是这个，你都看不到。
在前面，
朋友，
可以了，可以，可以
GoPro 吧，
Peanut butter.
不是，现在我们是在
Chocolate shake
在
有
抛拍嘛。
有
啊
PPT。
来，
OK，
我们收留一下，来，
Let's go。
这个是这么珍贵的，你就打开了，
来，开一个特写。
来，
OK，帮所有的朋友喝哈，
你倒一下，来，
There
颜
you
色
go。
也不大一样啊，
You
颜
should
色比较淡一点。
我以为它是 milk，它就是有奶的。
6.5%，来，给你第一个尝一口
哇。塞，
give it a smell first. Try and smell the nose. Do you get that peanut coming through?
哇，这个
这个
真好喝。
这个好喝，那
我
就
觉得如果你喜欢黑啤酒，
那
肯定
这个我就收起来了。OK，你们就
这个
是
真的很特别。
OK，那我收起来了。
Here's to my gout。
难怪，
Your cow.
难怪他说这是最后一瓶，
哇，这个真的可以。
真的可以啊，
这真的不一样
真。的可以。
下单
你可以继续喝。
我觉得我儿子也会喜欢喝
等一下，
这个。
彦斌你别喝，我们马上下单了。
我
OK
我这边有，我不喝，你们给你们喝。
I mean, hey, it's quite
Yeah.
it's quite a sensation
Very
because
nice.
you can
Really
taste the
你
peanut
试一试
butter.
啊
Yeah.
You can
试一
taste the
试
peanut butter.
Yep.
来，你试一
So
试
it's。nice and creamy. A lot of
It's nice
lactose.
and creamy, yes.
哎，这个啊，
看起来很普通，喝起来真的
对可是你这样
有不一样
你一闻
就是
不一样。
有 milk 的味
peanut
道，
butter.
有 milk 的
哎，
味道。
这个很好喝嘞，
牛
这真的好喝，
真的，它的回味，它的
花
回味，
生牛油。
哇，
真的很好喝哦。
这好喝吗？
有花生酱的味道，牛奶的味道，
对啊，
嗯，
还有啤酒的味道，
哦，
对，
很顺口
好。像很顺口
很顺
哦。
口，很顺口。
这个我们早餐不用吃了，就直接
对啊
一块面包
哎
一个这。
You don't
你要带多一点。
you don't need to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich anymore. You just can have this. Okay.
And the
Come
bacon.
back, come back，谢
OK，
谢谢谢。
很好，不错。
真的
All
不
right.
错。
So it's
哇，这个好，这
6.3.
个
Yeah.
真的好
It's a stout. It was also created for the greatest Australasian beer spectacular beer festival.
Yep. Yep.
Wow, pretty unique,
Yeah.
very nice.
So-
Are you selling this on
We
the-
are.
You are?
Right now, out of stock.
Out of stock?
For obvious reasons.
There's no, I can understand why. Why is it out of stock?
But it's coming in next month,
this-
18th, around the 18th
Hey.
of December. So we're taking pre-orders.
We
so-
book first 啊。
Guys,
Again, I joke for you.
think about that. You can go onto the website and
You
then in
don't
December,
order, you regret.
you can have
You
this
regret.
for your Christmas parties when your friends come over. Hey, it's something unique.
very unique.
And then you can
Something
share
very
with them what peanut butter chocolate milkshake from Barossa Valley Brewery.
That's right,
Very nice.
that's right.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Great place.
we
6.3%, huh?
6.3%. Huh?
Smell like peanut butter.
If you give my son straight away, I can go and sleep. Well, that's what I want. Okay.
Okay, so now we're on the chocolate coffee style. So we've actually opened the rest of the ones already.
Yeah.
But just to quickly go through it,
Okay.
basically what
Okay.
they use is they use Peruvian cocoa nibs and Barossa roasted coffee. So again, within the Barossa Valley and within the Adelaide region, so a lot of these artisans tend to work with each other.
Okay.
So what you find is with the chocolate coffee stout, they will use coffee from the artisan coffee roasters.
Yes.
With the, I can't believe it's not bacon, which is on next.
Okay.
They use the same wood as prize-winning bacon from a small goods smokehouse. So that's where they smoke all their meats, smoke all their
Okay.
bacon. They use the same spot, the same wood to smoke the malt that they're going to use to make the beer. So that's where it gets the smoky peaty aroma. So
I see.
so a lot of these artisans, again, like I said, it's about quality ingredients. You know, using the best ingredients and coming up with the greatest flavors. So yeah, the chocolate coffee
Yeah,
stout.
that was
you've tried it already,
this
right?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, you like it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Very
Barossa Valley actually are known for their red wines,
They're
like
known
the
for
Shiraz,
their
right?
wines. They're known for their wines.
They're for their wines?
It's the entire region actually it's got a lot of different microclimates, so it can
Sure.
do different kinds of wines. It's very good for agriculture. It's just a
Oh.
very nice place. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but obviously
Okay.
they've got a fabulous craft beer range as well from them, right? Barossa Valley Brewery. So you have not just these two beers. You have a few more from Barossa Valley, right?
We have quite a range. We have
Okay.
almost, I think maybe 20 plus
Okay.
different kinds of beers
All right.
from
Okay.
3 or 4 different brewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So why don't you introduce us
to the
to,
next
I
one?
think, the beers that you brought from Mismatch.
Okay, so Mismatch, we've got the strawberry Berliner Weiss.
Yep.
Okay.
That is, I think,
This
one,
one,
right?
yeah.
Yep. So,
Strawberry flavor, but still a little bit with a little bit of sour.
Sour.
Yes.
These are sour beers,
yeah,
right?
because it is a sour beer,
Okay.
you will have that sourness. But the interesting thing is Mismatch actually grow their own strawberries. So
Whoa.
it's literally
Oh.
next to the brewery, they have their strawberry.
Own strawberries.
And then they pick.
用自己的
and then-
草
yeah,
莓
mm.
来酿制。
OK，
Again, this is why they're called craft beers because, hey, these artisans or these brewers pay attention to the quality ingredients and the processes. So
Okay.
they take pride in, they have their own strawberries and they use these strawberries in their beers.
That's
See,
right.
I'm quite knowledgeable, knowledgeable, knowledgeable.
酒喝还没喝多就已经
还不够，
舌头还不顺啊。
哎，你笑我的英文啊，你笑我的英文啊。Okay. Besides this, obviously, Mismatch also have the Mandarin range,
We
right?
also brought the Mandarin.
Yep.
So they use Australian Mandarin juice and they add it to the final stages.
Okay.
So again, you get that Mandarin
Yeah.
flavor when you have it.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey, wait. We all first and foremost, we'd like to thank
Thank
Adrian. He's not going anywhere,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
obviously, all this can be found. I mean,
Where?
they basically, what you do is that you are distributing it, obviously, to bars and
right.
restaurants all over Singapore.
That's right.
But they have arranged. He's only brought 4 different kind of beers this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But on the website, you can buy them by cartons, right?
You can buy them by the carton.
cases, by the
That's right, by the
cartons.
case.
By the cartons, and then it is at the website is artisanselections.com.
.com
Artisan Selections with an S.
with an S.
Can we
With an
see
S.
your website? What's
Artisan
that?
Selections.
I have the website itself. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, hang on.
Yes.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah OK，
Artisan
So-
Selections.
So besides, you also have beers. You've got food as well, and you got wine as well.
We also do seasonal food. So
Yep.
we do hams, sous vide beef.
Okay.
This year, however, our small batch producer, because like I said, it's all artisans, all small batch, he's out of stock.
Sure.
Because the demand was just too
Sure.
high this year, so we're not bringing in any of that this year. Christmas cake, we will be bringing in artisanal Christmas cake.
Ah.
But again, I think our main focus is really on the wines. We do organic wines. I'm
Okay.
sorry, the picture didn't really show up very well there. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
we do
censored,
organic
censored.
wine. Censored. It's
Okay.
censored wine.
可以理解，
Yeah.
可以理解。
but we do, but we do spirits. So we do a lot of gins. We do some rum, some whiskey, some vodka.
Okay.
We do other beers, and we do organic wines.
Okay, here comes, hang on. So all our HUNKle fans, our HUNKle Zha Cai Fan, coffee shop talk or beer talk tonight, here comes the $1 million question. Obviously, you are showcased on our show, Artisan Selections, the website. You can buy the beers by cases. But I mean, we have some of our fans, if they want to go and buy from your website, come on, man, give us a bit of discount.
Yes.
Must have one.
Okay,
Yes.
all right.
Yes.
I think we can do for you guys because you
Sorry.
No
See,
problem,
marble, right? Marble, right? Picasso. You see his face so
I
red.
worry the discount is
Okay. Okay.
So,
So-
it was like, yeah, okay, so we can do you guys a 10% discount. All right, so 10%,
Wow.
10%
Whoa,
discount.
10% discount.
Again, most of our stock is pre-order, so it's only coming in 18th of December.
Wow.
Don't order right now because I need
Haven't
I need
sorted
to
out
set
yet.
it up. And you set up. You order now.
because
It's full
starting
price.
when-
Okay.
we only threw him the pressure question earlier before the show. So again, he and his partners have decided 10%.
Yep.
But I think starting from perhaps tomorrow, but again, it's pre-order because I think their stock is only arriving 18th
Yeah,
of
I think
December,
we
right?
should only get here 18th of December.
18th of December, that
Fingers
means
crossed.
you get it in time for Christmas,
Yes.
right? Again, the promo code will be simple.
Let's make it HUNKle.
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 All right.
Right, just
Okay.
HUNKle. So
Okay.
you get a 10% discount. HUNKle, there you go. Thanks so much, Adrian.
No problem.
Thanks
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank
you.
Again, artisanselections.com. Artisanselections.com. Hey, wait, we are drinking. Wait, before that, let's take a break. Everybody, come on.
Cheers.
To all our friends out there,
I'll
our
take-
fans
I'll
out
take
there, cheers.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. We wish you all the best, Artisan selection.
Thank you.
A wide range of craft beers.
Yeah.
Thank you。
No, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you.
hey, 有啤酒没有东西吃嘛？
怎么可以没有
乐乐
东西吃嘞？
锅老板，你刚才已经讲了，那你
我今天一定要打包来吃啦。
快点啊！
有啤酒，没有东西吃。等我，你们稍等。
OK
啊，
我帮你。
继续喝酒，继续喝酒
OK。
好
我去
谢谢
take away 我的东西。
So maybe we can ask
Yeah,
so starting tomorrow，
starting tomorrow.
明天开始啊。
Yeah, and obviously
不要今晚
can even again, I mean whoever's earlier with the orders because these are all in small batches.
Okay lah.
All right. Again, we were talking about the earlier one, which we thought was very interesting, the peanut butter chocolate milkshake. That's really interesting.
Yep.
That
So
is
so
really
please,
very
all right,
unique.
artisanselections.com. Stock arriving 18th of December. Be early. And obviously with the HUNKle promo code, you get 10% discount. 九折。
哎，来了，哎，外卖来了啊，外卖来了
Okay.
，OK。
There you go. Wow.
哇，放
OK
，OK。
喝啤酒怎么可以没有这些呢？
对啊，
这什么东西来着？这什么东西来着啊？
来，
I think it will go well with
来
the vice beer.
比卡手，这是什么东西来着？
这是我的最爱麻辣香锅。
麻辣香锅。
麻辣香锅
OK
牛肉对不对？
牛肉了，当然是牛肉了，
牛肉
你喜欢的
哎
来。
呀，
OK，这个呢？
小龙虾
小龙虾，哇，
对
是配啤酒的。
配啤酒，
就是啊，昨天晚上 I say hey, I beer and lobster. My friend said you got gao, you can eat lobster, man. Again, we're talking about mini lobsters here, and mini lobsters here. Obviously, we brought in Adrian and the craft beers, so we're thinking, hey, we need to have some food to go with the beers as well. And since one of our HUNKle owns Lele Guo, the steamboat place, and again, go to Lele Guo because I think Udel.com, they are Lele Guo has been selected to be one of the best steamboat. 我看到，
看到吗？
Odell.
OK，yeah，
我已经 vote Lele Guo 了。Okay,
好 thank you,
please
thank
do
you.
us a favor. Do us a favor. Help us vote Lele Guo as the best steamboat. There's a selection. Just go on to Lele Guo's Facebook page, and then you can vote Lele Guo as the best steamboat. Okay, I think there's a range out there. Don't look at anything else. Look at Lele Guo. But now I want to ask Yan Ping. 你是 steamboat 啊？为什么突然间又有小龙虾 mini lobsters and then 麻辣香锅？英文怎么样 translate 呢？麻辣香锅。
麻辣香锅。
麻辣香锅。
耶，麻辣香锅。
你的头啊，麻辣香锅是英文吗？
Yeah，
麻辣
英格利系。Yeah，麻辣香锅。
The Chinese everything English 就是麻辣香锅是。麻辣香锅是。
OK，吧。为什么会火锅会有麻辣香锅跟小龙虾？其实
Yes。
这个我们可以说可以在这个疫情期间呢，
对，
也真正也给了我一个机会。
OK，give you opportunity。
啊，对，给了一个机会，对。
Yep。
如果没有这个疫情，其实也没有去变化它，就是说，很多东西就是变则通嘛。啊，有问题了，我们就要去想办法去变。所以真的给一个考验啊。但是好像麻辣香锅、小龙虾很早就有了。我一直在我的店，我从来也没有去想象说啊，我要去做，因为我觉得火锅已经很忙了。
Yes。
但在疫情当中，大家都不可以来店吃饭了，所以大家都在家里，所以需要外卖了。外卖
Because of circuit breaker, right?
Yeah,
Because of
circuit
circuit
breaker,
breaker. Yes.
所以那个时候，我的妹妹就跟我讲说，哎呀，火锅很难，你很难打包。
Very hard to do delivery.
呀，
Hard to do
虽
delivery.
然
Yes.
我们的火锅也是在跑，可是对于一个我们线上的朋友来讲，说他要去选，我自己感觉选很麻烦，很多种嘛，火锅很多种，你要选很麻烦。可是他说麻辣香锅也是选的，我说不要选，我自己觉得，我说也不要去选，
对
我们就设计一个麻辣香锅。
对，就
因为我们的料啊什么都跟麻辣香锅其实只是一变而已嘛，所以我就 push 我的 chef， 他们去做这两样东西，就麻辣香锅跟小龙虾，你们去跟我试，我来 try， 所以试完之后我 try， 我觉得应该早一点做。
No, the truth is, 麻辣香锅 and 小龙虾. I mean, originally, back in the day when we were younger, you can't find these
don't
things.
find this,
Obviously,
yeah.
with the influx of
是近几年的。
China immigrants.
Yeah, yeah,
近几年的
So now
菜肴。
these two, I mean my wife Chinese, Chinese. So when I'm in China, these are things I eat. And now actually there are a lot of places selling mala xiang guo and xiao
all the
long
hawker
xia.
center in
Yes, they
Singapore
sell.
now.
But the truth is, okay, I'm not saying this just because Yan Ping is my good brother and he owns the. You should try. You should order because the taste of the mala xiang guo to me is the best I've ever had in Singapore. The xiao long xia I haven't tried yet. It's the first time he brought. I'm going to try, but my wife Jana finished one whole packet by herself. So I'm telling you, really, the taste is there. Okay, the taste is there. So try it out for yourself.
Thank you.
我要跟他讲，
Thank
他一
you
点都没有说谎，这是真的。来，可是这个时候我们就应该让彦斌喝一整瓶，对不对？我们应该让他多喝点啤酒。
我肯定可以多喝一点。
我们是没有，我们不是说假的，这是真的，真的。彦斌的麻辣香锅是数一数二最好的，
麻辣香锅
真的最好的。
is one of the best.
就祝你生意兴隆啊！
对，
这个有橘子的。
哎，老板，
好像你拜年一样。哗啦，
老板黑黑的。
老板
OK，谢谢。我真的，我刚才就讲的就是，其实真的应该早一点推出来，因为我介绍我的顾客每一个人去吃去 try， 他们都给我的评语就是好吃。为什么？因为我觉得只要是用心去做啊，就会好吃。
Okay, guys, I think that's all the program we have for you. Remembering, right? If you like us, continue to like and share on our Facebook. We'd like to thank all the friends, our friends from Philippines, Rosette, Lester, Jocelyn, all our other friends as well. You all keep attending.
Edwin.
Thank you very much.
So many
Remembering
friends.
now,
Thank
we
you.
have our friends from Artisan Selections, Adrian and his team. You can order on the website. They've got craft beers, they got they got wine, organic wines as well, and they're giving you 10% as long as you enter the promo code HUNKle tomorrow onwards, and the stock should arrive in December, 18 December, so you can prep that for your Christmas. And obviously, if you go to go to Lelequo's Facebook page, help vote them as the best steamboat. I think it's on there. And of course, our friends from Lelequo, these two things, if you want to deliver, to me, really, the mala xiang guo is the best in taste in Singapore. And the mini lobsters, well, my wife ate the whole packet. Okay. All right. So from all of us here, thanks from Adrian. Thanks so much. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All
Thank you
our
so much,
uncles, we're
everybody.
gonna drink.
Thank you.
We're gonna be merry. We're gonna eat right now. See you all next week, Thursday. HUNKle, 杂菜饭 Coffeeshop Talk. Bye bye.
彦斌特写，来给大家多看一眼麻辣香锅。 给大家看一下特写，
还可以吗？
来，
还没有下线啊！
还没有下线啊
OK，
来，给一
来
眼，
哇，
再来一下，
麻辣香锅，
来呀
OK，
麻辣香锅啊，
来，
我替大家吃一下，
好像肉黑这样啊，
好像捞皮啊
Looks good
，OK， 来 ，boss 再吃一个，来 ，boss 你要看到你要哇，
这个好料，
很有满足感的去吃啊 ，OK， 哇。 Okay. Adrian.
Thank you. Okay.
Hey, Adrian, like.
I'm not really a spicy.
Okay, this
eater,
beef.
but I might
Yeah,
dive.
yeah,
but
this
I might.
love this.
Yeah, this beef.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There you go.
这是牛肉 beef 啊。
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Next week, join us again, 8 p.m. Singapore Atrium Sale. Thanks very much, all our friends. Next week, like and share. Thursday, 8 p.m. HUNKle, 杂菜饭 Coffeeshop Talk. Bye for now.
Oh, bye bye.